Hello, Dr. Curry and I are actually hosting a webinar, and the webinar is about the opportunities and the activities of Division of Emerging Technologies. So this is a joint webinar between AECT, GSA, and Division of Emerging Technology, AECT. This is Beheshteh, and we have a speaker today to get the introduction about the topic, Dr. John Curry. Here you are.
Hello. So you want me to tell you a little bit about the division and what we do? Or?
Yes, I want to ask a question about the activities in division. I have prepared some questions. For example, I can start with this question: how can people find out about DELT activities?
All right. So the Division of Emerging Learning Technologies, or we always call it DELT because it's DLET. We have a Facebook page that we post everything to. So if somebody wanted to kind of keep apprised of what we're doing, or what are the due dates for some of the awards that we do, things of that nature, or if we're looking for someone to help us with something, we will always post it on our Facebook page. And so you can just look that up for AECT Division of Emerging Learning Technologies, and they'll find it. Or they can find one of the officers, me or Pam Ponners, who's she is the current past president. So one of the two of us will be able to tell you.
Okay, great. And what's the primary focus of the DELT or DELT?
DELT's primary focus, I call us the toy group. Mm-hmm. We are the folks we're the group where we talk about what the newest toys are. Now, the division used to be, when I started in AECT, when I was a graduate student many years ago, the division was called MDPD, Multimedia Design and Production Division. And then it became MPD, Multimedia Production Division. But then as production tools, you didn't have to have such a specialized skill set necessarily to do some production. We started looking at, this was right as I became an officer in the division about 10 years ago. We started looking at rebranding and how we could do that. And, at the time, the games, there used to be a games SIG or special interest group in AECT, and that fell under our division. But really when we looked at what we do in the division, a lot of our conference presentations that were the best attended and things of that were things on free and open source software, or somebody talking about a new tool that they'd found or a new program and how they were applying it towards learning. And so when we rebranded, we became the Division of Emerging Learning Technologies. And so I call us the toy group because we play with this is where we get together to talk about all the toys that we get to play with.
Oh, great. So my next question is, it's just very interesting actually. What's something this division actually offer that other division does?
Well, there's a lot of overlap in divisions in AECT, so that's actually a really good question. I'll tell you one thing that we have that I wish more graduate students would take advantage of. How's that? We have an award that comes out of our division called the Immersive Learning Award. And the Immersive Learning Award can be really anything, and there are 3 categories that you can submit to. There's linear, nonlinear, and graduate student. So we have this category for our Immersive Learning Award where you don't have to compete against professors. It's just for graduate students, and it's for money. we don't buy you a pretty trophy. We give you a check. And we rarely have a graduate student ever submit to it.
Oh. Yeah, I think, yeah, these actually webinars would be very helpful for graduate students if they try to get some information about these actually awards and also scholarship and other things that this division will do for them.
Yeah. So that's one thing. We have the Immersive Learning Award. We've tried in the past. Last year, I was more involved with it than this year. I didn't do anything with it, but we tried to support as we can Tutolinea Sino for the Emerging Technology Showcase, which came out of GSA originally. But we are also a smaller division. And so if somebody really wants to be able to get involved quickly, we're a good division to try to do that with, because, everybody wants to go to the big divisions. Everybody wants to be an officer in design and development or DDL or one of those things, because, those are the big time.
But we're growing, yeah. We are growing.
The smaller divisions are where you can really build up your resume to be able to work in the bigger divisions. And so, we always have opportunities for graduate students to do stuff if they want to, but they just have to ask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to actually help them to get enough information about our activities, about our awards, and other things that will happen during the year, and also activities that will happen during AECT convention.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you the last question. Is about that connects my statement about new members. How new members can become more involved in the division activity?
Just ask. Really, it's that easy. And I think that goes for not just our division. I think that's just AECT in general. I've been a member of other professional organizations, and I've never been a part of a professional organization that was as easy to get involved with as AECT, because really all you have to do is ask. I'm on the board and I'm on the executive committee, and I sit on, leadership development committee and definitions and terminologies. I could do that, list stuff forever. But if somebody wants to get involved, all they have to do is ask. I want to get involved, and we'll find a place. And our division's no different. If somebody wants to get involved, and it could be something as easy as, we always, every year we're looking for candidates, just like every division, to run for positions. But also we need reviewers for the Immersive Learning Award. There's always something that can be done. But when you're at the convention, one of the things you can do is come to the membership meeting for the division. And a lot of times there we'll talk about what we have coming up and what we have going on. So, for example, 2 years ago, we decided as a division at the AECT conference, so I guess it would have been the Vegas conference, that we wanted to get a special issue of Tech Trends. And so we talked with Chuck Hodges, who's the editor, about that. We announced it at our member meeting, and now that issue is going to be the January issue of 2019. So, but we talk about it at those member meetings. We talk about a lot of these things. So if somebody wants to get involved, then really the best thing is just to ask. And the truth is, if you feel uncomfortable just walking up and asking, because that can be intimidating sometimes, right?
Yes. Also, I just want to add this point that sometimes they receive this information through email, but they don't actually pay attention to those emails.
Right. but you know, if somebody doesn't feel comfortable just walking into the membership meeting or whatever, find me. Just find me. I'm around. And just walk up to me and say, I want to get involved with this. And I'll say, okay. And then I got you. And I'll take care of you from there. You know, but I know that I'm not the only one that's that way at AECT. That's one of the things, that's one of the things that makes us great as an organization. So.
Yes, I think we are really growing division. And although we are small, but we are growing. And I just want to thank you very much for the time and also for joining us in this webinar. I really appreciate it. So we are looking forward to see you and other members to get together in the activities in AECT convention in late October.
Right. We're a month out.
Yeah. Actually, what are you presenting in that event?
I am, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. AECT, the convention for me is mostly meetings. I'm in meetings from before the conference starts till after the conference starts, or till after it ends, and then all in between. I've got one presentation this year. Just one, and I'm presenting in the Emerging Technology Showcase, which if you don't know about the Emerging Technology Showcase, it's definitely something to look into. I call the Emerging Technology Showcase digital show and tell, because it doesn't have to be research-based and you just come and show something that you do or that you use. Last year I presented at the Emerging Technology Showcase about how I use the Microsoft Ink feature to grade. This year, I'm talking about Microsoft OneNote and how I use it to organize all the stuff that I have to do.
Yeah, I definitely will attend, and I encourage the new members, all the new members, to attend this Emerging Technology Showcase. And also, I refer them to check the program, AECT program this year, to actually get some information about these divisions actual activities.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate, and I will see you in AECT convention in late October.
That's right. Okay, we'll see you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.